All right, let's go to this Verizon robots thing. Verizon has been showing off some 5G connected robots at MWC in Barcelona. They were able to successfully demo, two robots that were connected via a 5G connection in the MEC application, mobile edge computing. Moose, you know about the vernacular. You're hip to the term.
Oh yeah.
This involves augmented reality, machine learning combinations. The fact that they were successful in operating two robots simultaneously in the same place at the same time without issues, without problems, right? We're talking about coordinating, right? We're talking about communication between the robots. I think it's impressive, man. What say you?
You know, the MEC story is always interesting, right? It's because people are asking, what is MEC? Why do I have to care? Well, imagine, Sneedman, if this robot was doing an operation on you, right?
Yeah.
You want nanosecond latency, not millisecond latency anymore. Nanosecond latency.
Sub 1 millisecond
Sub
latency.
1, or actually 0 ms, which is now in the nanosecond, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, the reason why is because you want the absolute most real-time data you can get. Okay. And I love it, man. MEC technology is going to be the future. And it's going to happen also in our cell phones as well, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. There's going to be a huge cost efficiency to this, Moose. Production efficiencies. I don't look. They ran the two robots. They were coordinated. They communicated. Nobody was harmed. Like, nobody got hurt. The machines were still intact, weren't damaged. There's a lot of good in this. See, the thing about the 5G technologies is these companies are trying to show you what 5G could do. Everybody keeps asking the same question. What is 5G for? What is it doing that 4G LTE can't do? Here it is. That is one use case that 4G LTE cannot do because it cannot achieve that latency. You know, you could do that with fiber, but you can't connect a fiber cable to a robot.
Right.
You know, so it's got to be wireless. They're talking about, you know, the value of the MEC / 5G industry being able to generate somewhere in the realm of like $10.6 billion in the next year and a half. 80% annual increase every year after that, Moose. 80% increase every consecutive year.
Wow.
So you remember we talked about this. We were like, okay, it's only a $10 billion industry. But what if you had 80% every year?
Right.
That, you know, that 10 billion becomes 18 billion the following year. Right? And they're projecting that through 2030. All right. So what do you say, Moose? Are you still kind of like, on 5G, millimeter wave, MEC, you know, the enterprise side? Are you still kind of like apprehensive?
At the end of the day, we just got to see the results. Right now, I'm not impressed. It's just the same thing with millimeter wave.
That's going to be the technology we're talking about here, Moose.
Yeah. Right now,
you know, the ultra wideband, the millimeter wave, the high frequency, the terahertz, the gigahertz, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith that Verizon's going to win in this realm. I think AT&T gets in on this too. I think Dish gets in on this too. I don't hear anything coming out of T-Mobile on this. One of my concerns, and this goes back to a Patreon video in 2020, I don't really hear too much from T-Mobile on these types of innovative technologies. The development, the research, the R&D, that stuff. A little bit recently, they opened up a lab somewhere, I think maybe in Bellevue, Washington or something. That was really encouraging to hear and see. But prior to that announcement, which was only just a couple of months ago, nothing. You know, these developments from Verizon, you know, and these other companies, they're dying to get this technology out there. So we'll see what happens. I'll be tracking that story a little bit more as it develops.